Ladies and gentlemen, it has been quite a while, but we are finally getting back into the flow of things with the next phase of the new leader pass. And with that, I want to get into some brief light speculation. I'm not going to bore you guys because I do that in another video, which I will be linking at the end of the video in the top right hand corner. But I want to talk again briefly about some of the Chinese leader abilities, what we know so far about them, and also the future of Civ 6 with the leader pass. So if you're interested in that, please stick around. Otherwise, I will also be covering the future leader packs coming up, and I will also be live streaming the Chinese pack when it drops. China occupies such a pivotal role in history, and for a nation that's existed for 3,000 to 4,000 years, I can't really think of any better candidate for 3 to 4 new leaders or personas. And while that is a lot for a single nation, people have really been asking for quite a while to see new leaders and new personas, and there really, again, isn't a better candidate, I don't think, aside from China. I'm just really hoping that they manage to deliver and pull through on some of the promises they've made with the new leader pass. There is already a huge focus, I think, on specific niche play styles with China. Qin Shi Huang being focused on wonder production and wonder building with his fantastic ability, which is very unique, by the way, from vanilla base Civ 6 to speed up wonder production by sacrificing builder charges. And then Kublai Khan has an interesting ability, not nearly as powerful, I don't think, with his trade routes and those synergizing quite well with Eureka's. Something, though, that we haven't seen too much of a focus on is the Great Wall improvement. And I really like it because it's one of the, I guess, technically classified as a wonder, but one of the few improvements that are just continuously built and act as a natural defense. And I really like the way that it kind of peppers your land and adds this really natural fortification that helps you defend against barbarians. And while it's not too useful of an improvement, I don't think, until Flight and you really start to see those adjacency bonuses towards culture, gold, and tourism, I would love to see someone like Yongle or maybe even Qin Shi Huang's alternate persona who looks like the God Emperor, his drip with this pass and everything. I think Caesar, now Qin Shi Huang, and even Wu Zetian, their drip has been impeccable. And that is one thing that this pass is not stuttering on. They are going all out. They are calling our shots. And I am just beyond impressed with the amount of drip. The voice files seem to suggest that Wu Zetian is going to have an espionage focus, and there aren't too many leaders aside from Black Queen Catherine that I can recall from the top of my head that focus purely on espionage, and I'd like to see her have some kind of unique district that maybe synergizes with the already pre-existing government spy building, or something that helps her speed up the production of spies. Perhaps she gets them earlier, similar to what Catherine does with the spies at castles, or maybe she even has something that allows for unique assassinations that keep governors out longer, or something that just interacts with, I guess, stopping AI snowballing without taking an axe to their throat and chopping their head off. Now, Yongle looks to be a bit more of a generalist. I think there's some more conquering involved with him. We haven't seen too much of a conquering focus for a Chinese leader yet. I think Qin Shi Huang's alternate persona could also focus on conquering. He has a bit of a militarist garb, so whatever I think the outcome really for all of these different leaders, someone is going to be domination focused, and that's really going to be either Yongle, perhaps he gets bonuses to conquering cities with certain districts, similarly to what Alexander has going on, or something related to that. I'm really, again, hoping for some improvements to the Great Wall District because there could be a lot more done with build charges, build time, and getting that up. Maybe it is half of an action for builders to get up, but there is just a lot of potential with that improvement. And I mean, I think I'm the only one saying this, but I would love to see some more action and even more synergy with the Great Wall and China's kit. Speaking of synergy, something that I haven't spoken about yet in the video is the Dynastic Cycle, where China gets better boost to Eureka's and Inspirations. It's not too big of a boost, being basically 10% more. I would like to see it something like 20% more, and we almost had that when they changed how that worked, I think, with Rise and Fall. But, I mean, woes aside, they could do a lot more with it. It's kind of a basic ability. You don't think about it too much. It really plays off in the background. But I'd like to see Yongle or Wu Zetian, someone exploit that more. Perhaps they get a bigger boost, or perhaps there are more conditions to triggering it for those Eurekas and Inspirations. Because as of now, while it is powerful, there could just be something more, I think, in terms of some extra spice and flavoring they could add to it to make it pop. The last thing I want to talk about is the ranged crossbow, basically competitor for China, the Crouching Tiger, and it has one thing going for that, and it is the reduced production cost. But I mean, when you're trading off cheaper production, I think the quality over quantity here is just not much of a good comparison, because the crossbow not only is one of the best units in the game, it is a great upgrade to the archer, but you're sacrificing one range, and one of the reasons why you have ranged units in the first place is not just for city defense. Crossbowmen are great offensive units, and they're great to have behind melee units. You do not want them competing directly with the tiles for melee units. So I think just them in general are not that good of a unit, and they could have some kind of emphasis, some kind of upgrade from a specific leader, maybe Qin Shi Huang's persona, to make them better. As of now, they're just good defensive units, nothing more. If you are basically being declared war on and you are in the medieval era, I mean, I guess they are a good replacement for crossbowmen if you need to get something up fast. But aside from that, they don't have too much of a use, I don't think, beyond the medieval era, while crossbowmen do, and it's just, there's not really too much going on for them. And I think with the addition of more and more units, like with men-at-arms, there are better things you could just focus your production on. But again, as they released with vanilla, I mean, they were okay, but as time goes on, they keep getting weaker and weaker, and the new leader pass is kind of no exception to that, as we get stronger and stronger units that cut through these units like a hot knife through butter. So I don't know what they're going to do to make this better. Maybe they'll just do a straight patch and buff it, but as we've seen so far, I don't think there's too much to help this unit out. It is not looking too good for the long run. If you want to see some more hot, juicy Civ 6 coverage, then please make sure to check out my video that I'm going to link in the top right-hand corner of the video, where I break down all of the future leaders, their abilities, and a lot of speculation that we have from the voice files. It is a fairly long video, but I cover some of the more important topics, I think, revolving around the breakdowns for the leaders, and just, it's a lot of fun speculation. So if you want to participate in that and join me, I would be happy to see more ideas regarding the leaders and the leaks that are in the future. So thank you guys again so much for watching the video all the way through. I love you guys, and if you have any video ideas in the future, please let me know. All right, see ya. Peace.